In the last step, we defined and rated the direct threats to biodiversity focal interests and other interests. In Step 5, we add drivers behind the direct threats. A driver is a constraint, opportunity, or other important variable that positively or negatively influences direct threats. In other words, drivers are the forces behind a threat. There are two different kinds of drivers. A constraint driver is a factor that contributes to direct threats. Constraints might include logging policies, demand for fish, and human population growth. These might also be called root causes or indirect threats. An opportunity driver is a factor that could have a positive effect on biodiversity interests, directly or indirectly. Examples of opportunities could include demand for sustainably harvested timber, established culture of conservation, and favorable legal climate. Notice that the situation model diagram represents opportunities with a plus sign before the text in the orange box. The process of prioritizing threats allows you to focus more on certain threats when adding drivers. Within your team or in a workshop setting, you may have separate subgroups working on identifying the drivers behind different threats. In our example, overfishing was ranked high, so we will focus on that threat. To identify the drivers, we could ask, why is overfishing occurring? The drivers, represented by orange boxes in this example, are limited awareness of other options, use of unsustainable fishing practices, cultural preferences, local demand for fish, need for income, insufficient regulations, and open access. Remember, this is a teaching example, not an endorsement to address any particular threat or set of drivers. In the next presentation, we will discuss, complete, and document the situation model.